but everything's pretty well connected, about ready to give it a shot. Well, I'm going to see. I had to set the box on the floor, so I got a place for the monitor. And I'm going to turn the power on here. Let's see if it boots up. My guess is that I'm going to have trouble, but it should boot to the old SATA drive, except that it's not GPT formatted, partitioned. So let's just see what we get. Got lights, got fans. Feel the hard drive is clicking. Got lights on the motherboard. We got it up to TPM. Well, I'm going to not reset the TPM for the moment and see if that goes all right here. Let's see what we get. BIOS has been reset. My wireless keyboard is working. Okay, and it says no bootable device found. That's the problem I had the last time. Let's just try CSM support one time and see if it will work. This is like my last one that I built with this Phoenix series AMD new processor, where it can't find a bootable device, and the one that would be possible is the SATA disk. So I'm going to shut this down, take that drive down, and convert it over on one of my other computers. I'm going to plug it in and do the conversion to GPT, and then see if that makes life happier. So I'm going to convert my hard drive from MBR to GPT. You can see right here it's showing that it is, I've highlighted this drive that is plugged in right here as an auxiliary drive in my content creator machine. I just backed it up to a USB drive, to a Western Digital backup drive. So I've got a good backup. The drive's here in the computer. I've got a partition manager. This one's version 17. This one, and I'd actually forgotten, I have a Myth TV partition still on this drive. Don't remember how that anyway, so disk 3 is the one that I'm working on. So I just have to highlight that one. It's in orange, and then over here it says convert MBR to GPT. The message box that comes up is, if it contains Windows, it won't boot anymore. Make sure you have an up-to-date backup. And I did this the last time. It's not my current boot drive. It's installed as an additional drive. And I did this without any trouble, so let's see how it's going to work. We'll hit convert now and stand back and let her go. So these are the messages I'm getting, that it's converting it. It's updating system, partition letters. So it says it's searching for Windows, and it's updating the boot configuration in BCD, which is what you need to boot Windows 10 or 11. And now it says it's complete, and it's only taken it about 5 minutes or so. Okay, with the disk converted to GPT, and we're going to hit the power switch. Let's see if we can get this one to come up. I'm going to stay out of TPM for the moment until I get things set up, and then I'll probably come back to it. But I got a pretty quick boot out of it. Self-test anyway, came up. I guess it's mad at me. Let's go ahead and set it and see what we get. Well, looks like Windows is going to start here. Got the getting devices ready message. Looks like it's decided it's going to go through a reboot. It got up to 99% and then started over, but that's okay. Okay, so I've got it set up, operating, and I've gone ahead and plugged in a network cable. I need to download some drivers and start loading drivers. Okay, and my board is a B650M AORUS Elite AX, and it is a 1.3. So that is the current version. That's what it looks like. I'll hit support here. I'm still running Windows 10 on this one for now. So let's download the audio driver, the APU driver, the chipset driver. I'm not sure. Let's see here. Let's go back to support, CPU support. So if I'm doing a Ryzen 5 8600G, that's considered a Phoenix 1. Okay. So if I go back, downloads, so for chipset, then this one that says NPU is valid. That's the LAN driver. I'm not using RAID, but I'm going to take the RAID utility just in case. And then there's the Wi-Fi driver and the Bluetooth driver. Right now, I'll have to check and see what my BIOS is, and see whether I need to do an update. But for the moment, I'm not going to mess with that. And they've got utilities. For lighting and for other gaming. Those I can deal with later. Yes, I think my hard drive is probably running low. Whew! It says it's down to 1 gigabyte free. Well, that's not good. Yeah, let me see what I can clean up. So since I'm adding a new drive, this one here that has nothing on it yet, I backed up all the old saved programs off the mechanical drive, and then I repartitioned it with this partition manager, got everything adjusted because I was running out of space in the operating system area. So now it's got 700 and some gigabytes. I'm going to back this drive up, restore it here to the new NVMe drive, and then I'm going to repartition the mechanical drive so that it can just store programs. But first step is I've got it running here. I'm going to back it up, and then once I got it backed up, I'm going to restore it there. And the backup is set, ready to go. I backed up my mechanical hard drive with all the new drivers and so forth on it, and new partitioning, new set of partitions. So now what I want to do is recover that. So I'm going to recover what I just backed up, and I want to recover it to this guy right here, which is my new NVMe. And make sure that it's good after it's recovered. I had it set to validate. It validated the backup last night when it made it. This can go full bore. Recovery mode is just as it is. Alright. Should be ready to rock and roll. This one always kind of bothers me because of the way they just have an arrow kind of coming back the other direction. Should be good. We're just going to let her rock and roll here. Alright, so the restore has happened. And so this is the one we're running on. And this one that says G is the one that I just restored to. That looks good. So now I need to reboot and change the change which drive it boots from. Oh, and apparently Windows must have pushed a bunch of updates. That's why I don't really like hooking it to the internet before I've got everything set. I did it this time because I needed to get the drivers downloaded, and I hadn't done that in advance. Oh well. I went into Control Panel into Disk Management, and I'm trying to figure out which disk I'm actually running on. So disk 0, which has got a G on it, is the mechanical 1 terabyte. This one, disk 1, which has a C assigned to it, is the 1 terabyte NVMe drive. So I'm running off the NVMe drive correctly like I should. My only moderate concern is that it did this through the midst of an update. Some concern whether all the updates came through correctly, because it was running on G, it was running on mechanical, and it rebooted to this one, and it said it did all the updates. So, we'll see. But now that I've got disk 1 as a boot drive. In fact, there it says boot drive, page file. It's all good. I'm going to get this one set, and then ultimately what I'm going to do with this one is clear out all these extra partitions and just make this a data drive. It'll be storage for the TV programs. Okay, so we're up and going here, and this is in the so-called easy mode. The boot sequence is to use the NVMe drive first. So my memory is showing up. It's running at 4800, even though it could run at 6 if I used the boost profiles. But I'm going to leave that one alone. Right now, all my settings are standard, and I'm going to leave it that way for now. With the exception, I want to find the fan curves, because the fans were getting pretty loud. No. Oh, down here, smart fan. There we go. Alright, so I had to hit the smart fan button. And see, there's the CPU fan. And it's not going to allow anything to go over 70. There's the same thing, CPU optional. System fan is a straight line. See, I disconnected one of the fans because it was really howling. So let's see what we got here. Let's plug that guy back in to, this is the one that goes to system fan / pump. So it says. So I'm going to need to do some tuning on these. So system fan. Alright, so I'm going to need to make some adjustments. Well, everything's up and going. Got everything functioning. It's pretty snappy, works pretty fast. I'm still tuning the fans. I'm going to have to see how it works. I'll say when it's installed and I'm sitting 20 feet away from it. Right on top of it, it seems like the CPU fan is still a little bit noisy. I've gone up and flattened out the fan curve and raised it because this one has a 95 degrees C limit, and AMD says you can run there all day, and frankly this the stock curve in here was trying to hold you below 60, which had the fan running pretty hard all the time. On the subject of fans and monitoring, I I mentioned that the CPU, it seemed like the CPU fan was running pretty hard. I finally found this HW monitor software. I used to run SpeedFan, but I couldn't get SpeedFan to pick up the right stuff on this motherboard. So anyway, this one's giving me fan speeds, and I think the fan that's making noise is actually this one that says fan in 4. It's this case fan over here on the side, and it's been spiking up to 1800 RPM. Right now it's running at 12. So it seems like it's following CPU load. But anyway, it's up and going. I think I still need to do activation, even though the message isn't showing up on the screen. But all good. So thanks for watching. That's all for now.